Good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Norman. I'm going to be going over your asynchronous assignment for Wednesday, September 23rd. And this is for my 8th grade science kiddos. Yesterday, we looked at lunar phases and we looked at what causes them. And now we're going to start to actually talk about the forces behind the different lunar phases and how the sun, earth, and moon interact with each other. Okay. Today's asynchronous assignment is a lot more tedious than last week Wednesdays, so I'm going to spend a little more time going through the simulation today. So it's really important that you watch this video in its entirety so that you can understand exactly how this simulation works. Okay. When you open up the assignment, what you'll see is this document called Exploring Gravitational Forces PhET Simulation. The question we're asking today is a general one: is how does gravity affect objects? Okay. So the first thing is you're going to open up this simulation. When you click on this, it'll open up this simulation, which I'll come back to in a bit and walk through it. But let's go back to this document first. The first thing, you want to get familiar with the simulation by moving the figures back and forth, as well as changing the mass of the spheres. You change the mass of the spheres. Okay. Gives a little sound when you change it, but you can change the mass of the spheres, and you can also pull and drag the people. Okay, that's kind of an annoying sound, so I apologize that I did not know that simulation made that sound. Okay, actually, you can turn the sound off. Let's turn the sound off because that was a little annoying. Okay, all right. So you've done that, and now, so here's some information that's going to help you with the simulation. Okay, the number above the red and the blue ball represents the force given by that ball. Okay, the force on that ball given by the other ball. I'm sorry, given by the other ball. Okay. Also, the numbers above each object equal the gravitational force as shown below. Okay. Always keep the forces in decimal notation, not scientific or hidden. You're going to need that. So if the number increases, that means the amount of gravity is also increasing. Okay. So now we're going to compare different gravities. Okay. So scenario one, this is how you're going to set it up. So you're going to set up the simulation like the image on the right. So you want to set the masses both to 500 and the distance about 4 meters. So blue at 2 meters, red at 6 meters. So let's go and do that now. 500. 500. Oopsies. Okay. Red at 6 meters, blue at 2 meters. And you're going to align the ball in the center of the ball, that black dot, with that measurement on the meter stick. Okay. So once you have that, okay, now you're going to move the simulation so that it looks like the image to the right. So the mass is going to stay the same, but now we're going to split up the distances even more. So what we just set up was our baseline, and now let's split it up. So now we go to 0 and 10. Okay. And as you can see, then the question is asking when you increase the distance between the object, how did the gravitational forces change? Did it increase or decrease? So we look at the numbers up top. So if we go back to 2 and 6, right? You have an idea of those numbers, but now we separate them. What's happening to that number? And also you can look at the size of the arrows, which also tell you overall gravitational force. Clearly those numbers you should have gotten went down. So you're going to actually highlight the word down and highlight it. Okay, whatever color you want. That's your answer. So the gravitational force decreased when we increase the distance. I'm going to undo that so that it doesn't edit on this document. And then you're going to answer this question below. When two objects are the same mass and we increase the distance between them, what happens to the amount of gravity between them? Does it increase or decrease? And you're going to just type a general statement for that. Okay, that's scenario one. Then you're going to go through scenario two, and it's pretty much the same type of manipulation, but now we're going to have the same distance, but different masses. Okay, so same distance, but different masses. Okay, so we can see the distance is going to be 4 meters. We're going to start at 500 kilograms each, and then we're going to decrease the red ball to 50 kilograms, and you're going to answer the questions below here about what happened. Okay. Now we're going to reset the simulation. So after you've done scenarios 1 and 2, you're going to go to exploring the effects of gravity. This is your last part. There's 2 more parts, for your slide. Okay. So you're going to reset the simulation by clicking on the white arrow in the orange circle. Reset, all set, ready to go. You're going to increase the mass of the ball to 800 kilograms. and watch the direction of the person move. The person moves when you increase that mass. So let's move this to 800. Notice the direction that that person in orange moved, right? If we go back to 400, around 400, and I go to 800, look at the direction that person moves, okay? Which direction the person holding the blue, I'm sorry, up here, oops. What direction does the person holding the red ball move? You highlight your answer there. Why do you think that happened? Okay, why do you think that happened? You're gonna type your answer here, reset it again, go through the exact same situation here, and answer those questions, but make sure you are manipulating it the correct way based on these images. Then you have a question down here for exploring the effects of gravity. Number 3, explain how different sized objects have different effects on its gravitational pull towards other objects. In other words, do the lighter objects move towards the heavier object, or does the heavier object get pulled towards the lighter object? So you're just stating a very general statement, okay? And then to wrap it up, guys, you have connecting gravity to our Earth and our solar system. So if you click on this link, it should open up another document or an article. While that loads, I'm going to go back to our document that you're filling out. There's 2 questions about how gravity affects our solar system. Number 1, how does gravity affect the orbit of the planets within the solar system? And number 2, how does gravity affect tides within Earth? Okay, I'm talking about this because we're slowly going to start moving towards tides tomorrow. Whenever this article loads, it's a short article and it shows the effects of gravity in the solar system. Like I've said before, do not read the entire article. Look for the sections about that are relevant to the questions I'm asking, answer those questions, and then you can turn in this assignment. Like always, guys, if you have any questions, I'm available all day today. Please send me an email. I can also hop in Zoom with you if you need help with the simulation. Okay, if not, I will see you folks tomorrow. Bye.